May 6th, 2017. Launch of India's #1 English news channel. July 7th, 2017. Launch of India's fastest growing news.com. This November, launching India's #1 digital news media tech outfit. Breaking the mold this November.
All right, we're getting some breaking news from Kolkata. There is a protest by the Congress party right outside the Kolkata Municipal Corporation office over the rising number of dengue deaths. Yes, we have been reading about the dengue outbreak in the city of Kolkata. The numbers have been on the rise. Chief Minister has said that some people are trying to create panic when the situation is actually not that bad in West Bengal. She said that some people are just working with a vested interest. Let's listen to Mamata Banerjee and then we go across to Ritik, our correspondent on the ground.
মানুষকে প্যানিকি করার চেষ্টা করছে এবং ভুল ইনফরমেশন দিচ্ছে। কয়েকদিন আগে আপনারা সবাই বলতে শুরু করলেন নবান্ন ডেথ। একটা ডেথই নবান্ন ডেথ ডেঙ্গুতে নয়। আমি তো ডাক্তার নই, যারা ডাক্তার আছে জিজ্ঞেস করুন। তো আজকে মিটিংয়েও এটা আলোচনা হয়েছে। NS1 পজিটিভ আর IgM পজিটিভ দুটো একসাথে হয় না, তাতে ডেঙ্গু ডেথ হয় না। টোটালটাই রং, এবং এটা যে বলেছে তার বিরুদ্ধে অ্যাকশনও আমরা নেব। উইল টেক স্ট্রং অ্যাকশন। আমাদের এখনো পর্যন্ত সরকারি হসপিটালে যেটা আমরা প্রমাণ করতে পেরেছি, আমাদের 13 জন ডেঙ্গুতে মারা গেছে।
All right, let's go across to now Ritik. Ritik, just give us a sense of the dengue outbreak in the state of West Bengal. Just how bad are things? Because Mamata Banerjee is saying that Congress and other political parties are targeting her with vested interests.
Yes, exactly. The outrages among the opposition, particularly BJP and inside Congress, it's raising because, it seems to be an epidemic number of people have been suffering due to dengue or some severe fevers. And for last couple of weeks, this is not the first time. Today, Congress out the municipal corporation office in central Kolkata, and of course, parts of the Kolkata where BJP staged demonstration, staged protest. And remember, just last week, BJP delegation and led by several state leaders, they also get out the health department. And there, what we are giving to understand.
All right, Ritik, stay with us. We have Union Minister Babul Supriyo joining us on the phone line. Babul Supriyo, you've got Mamata Banerjee saying that things are under control and political parties are working with a vested interest.
But there is no vested interest involved here. If there is only one person who's actually confusing what needs to be associated with the chief administrator's language and data that she is providing to the state and the country, it is Mamata Banerjee herself. I mean, she's such a senior politician that for me to say that she is lying is going to be very, very careful. I don't want to use that term, but this is absolutely untrue. Let me tell you, there are 9 out of the 9, doctors association that we have in Bengal, of which 1 is affiliated to Trinamool Congress. The rest 8 of them, they have all called a seminar because they're saying that under the circumstances, with the pressure that is being created by the government, one on the doctors to not write and say, died of heart failure.
Yeah.
Any death is heart failure. These kind of stuff, the goons that are going to laboratories to ask them not to report dengue, it is impossible to work in West Bengal. So this is absolutely untrue.
Babul, the official dengue death toll in the state was 38. Yeah. Do you feel that there is an attempt to suppress the numbers, or do you think this official figure that is doing the rounds is correct and justified?
That is for Mamata Banerjee to answer. That, I mean, how does she face people after coming up with such fictitious data? And the fact that you are asking the question is because it is hitting us on the face. We know what the reality in Kolkata is, and therefore, for an administrator to first, admit that yes, there is a problem, and we are honestly trying to address that. That would sound much more credible than she coming up with such false data, and that is what is expected of a politician of her history.
Babul Supriyo, do you also feel that Mamata Banerjee should now sit up and take notice? Because it's not just the BJP, The left is taking out a rally on the issue of dengue outbreak. The Congress is also protesting, and the entire opposition is saying that the Kolkata Municipal Corporation is trying to suppress the dengue outbreak in the state. Things are much, much worse, and the state government is in denial.
Well, you see, it is very sad that we have to use BJP, Congress, CPIM when we are actually dealing with families who have lost their little ones, school children, to dengue. Why should this politics come in? Why can't the state government, they are the elected thing. Once you're elected, you're the chief minister, you're not supposed to have a color in this manner, where you're going to go ahead and make a official statement that the opposition political parties have a vested interest. Question is, why are you doing that? Just admit that there is a problem and we are trying to address it. That is what is expected of a chief minister. And she is defying all norms and all definitions that we have ever associated with the elected head of a state, be it Vallabhbhai Patil, be it... See, you just name it. And she is capable of bringing up all kind of hubris out of nowhere. Thank you.
You know, Babul Supriyo, when you talk about dengue and dengue outbreak, this is not new to any city in the country. It happens in Delhi every year. Every year during the monsoons, we see an increasing breeding of mosquitoes. There is a dengue outbreak. There are ways to control it. Do you feel the West Bengal government was just not prepared for this season?
Well, you see, it is a concerted effort by the government and the citizens of the state to ensure that they do not do the do-nots, as we say, like, letting dirty water accumulate in one place, resorting to a little more of cleanliness when with the rains there is obviously a very big chance of mosquito larva growing in a particular dirty place. But the thing is that the administration has to first acknowledge the problem.
Mr. Supriyo, if you can stay with us, we have Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of the Congress also joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Chaudhary, what's your sense? Your party today was protesting outside the Kolkata Municipal Corporation.
Yes.
Congress and the TMC work together. They work together in Parliament. They work together on many issues against the government. So why has your party come out and protested today?
That is a different kettle of fish. In our area in Bengal, we are...
All right. We will just correct this audio for you. That was a Congress point of view coming in. But let me go back to Babul Supriyo. Babul, do you feel that in next year's Panchayat elections, this is something that Mamata Banerjee will be made answerable for? Would you like to hold Mamata Banerjee and the TMC accountable for what is happening, the deaths that have taken place?
Definitely, I would not even use the TMC here. The state government, the elected state government is responsible. One, for not being able to control it. Two, for not taking the precautionary methods. And number three, the most gruesome of them all, is to not acknowledge the existence of the problem, and therefore by doing that, by underplaying it, you're letting people get, you're making people more vulnerable because there is no real effort from the administration there. What all they're doing is taking it by and Panchayat elections, let me tell you, we have a problem there. The Panchayat elections, the civic body elections are all controlled by TMC, and we know what kind of a, kind of a joke they make of democracy in these elections. So Panchayat elections...
All right. Babul Supriyo, we've run out of time, but thanks very much for joining us on this broadcast. Let me also go across to Rahul Sinha of the BJP. Rahul Sinha, what do you make of this? Mamata Banerjee hitting out at political parties, saying that don't politicize deaths for your vested interests.
देखिए, सबसे जो भयंकर चीज है, कभी हम लोग ऐसा नहीं सुना जो हेल्थ के ऊपर इमरजेंसी लगता है. देश में तो इमरजेंसी इंदिरा गांधी लगाया था, हमने देखा. ममता बनर्जी हेल्थ के ऊपर इमरजेंसी लगाया. डेंगू में जिसका मौत हुआ, डॉक्टर नहीं लिख सकता. उस हॉस्पिटल को, उस डॉक्टर को, उस नर्सिंग होम को तृणमूल से धमकी आता है. तृणमूल का मेडिकल सेल से धमकी आता है. जब का ये बंद कर देंगे, चालू नहीं करने देंगे, डॉक्टर का अपना रजिस्ट्रेशन छीन लेंगे. तो डेंगू से मौत होने के बाद भी डेंगू नहीं लिख सकता. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं है हॉस्पिटल में, तो हम उसको रेफर नहीं कर सकता किसी जगह, तो वहीं पर उसको रखो. और डेंगू
Mr. Sinha, TMC says
ऐसा जो सिचुएशन
Rahul Sinha, we've run out of time, but this is a story that we'll follow very, very closely. The state government claims there have been less than 40 deaths because of the dengue outbreak, and there is a joint opposition. The Congress also joining ranks to criticize the Mamata Banerjee government on the issue of dengue outbreak. Remember, Congress and TMC work in Parliament. They will be attacking the government together once the winter session of Parliament begins. And that's what makes the story even bigger.
Debating tonight.